All right. Hey, everybody. Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine. Of course, you should know that. You're on Geekazine. And just checking out, doing some tests, playing with the 4K. The other last week we got the fiber put in, so now I can actually do a decent 4K stream using 4K camera and a lot more. Hanging out tonight, just seeing what's going on. Let's see what we got here. And checking out, doing some tests. Oh, that sounds a lot better. Yesterday I didn't really check the audio on that, and so the audio was a little bit above my speaking. So I apologize for that. But anyway, welcome to the channel. I'm just doing some stuff while everybody else is sleeping, having some fun. So playing a little bit on the Logic Pro. So if you want to see what's going on, this is what's going on. I brought in some loops, and I'm just having some chill fun with that. Plus, I'm also downloading the developer beta for iPadOS. And I'm going to check that out. I really want to see how it hooks up a camera, which is pretty cool. So, if you don't know who I am, I'm Jeffrey Powers. This is Geekazine, and you're watching with me. Water. All right. So, big week. I'm also getting a presentation ready for Infocom. Give you a sneak peek on it. There it is right there. So I'm putting together some good examples of basically if this Zoom is a great way to get a lot of work, and easily can get a lot of work using the platform as what's called a technical director. So one of my presentations is about being the technical director, and I'm going to show some case examples of people putting together some big shows with the software, plus the software and hardware that you need or should use, because it's going to help your game immensely on there. So I want to show you a shot of the studio. So as some of you know, the studio, Studio B that's Studio B. These are the three shots. Excuse me. And just showing you, because most of these shots, the overhead camera can go 4K, but the front camera and the over-the-shoulder camera are only 1080p. So, but when you put this into a fourplex, hey, you got 4K right here, technically. So, and just showing you a little bit about the studio. The fun part is I can control the studio all up here. Like, for instance, if I go up into my companion and say, okay, I want a better shot of let's tighten in that desktop shot. Look at that right there. Let's go to the wide shot. That's interesting. The wide shot didn't go in the direction I wanted it to. Might have to fix that. So I can do that with the main camera. I can go to a more general shot or tighten it in. The overhead camera I cannot do because it is directly connected. I suppose if I ran the right cables, I could do it, get a little bit of control out of it. Plus, I'm supposed to be getting another camera in the next few weeks to test, and I think I'll be seeing that camera Infocom, so that's cool. And getting from there. So, all right, let's change this up a little bit. There we go. If you want to chat in the chat, come say hi. And appreciate it much. Otherwise, we're just chilling and relaxing, checking out some things, doing some work, downloading iPadOS17. And maybe once 17 comes on, and if the NDI capture works, I might be able to capture the screen for you guys. But here it is, Wednesday night. And some of you are hunkered down on the East Coast because those smoke. Now we've had the smoke here, but not as bad as you guys are getting it right now. I mean, we had some fun. You know, like the sun has been a bright orange. That's how you tell if the smoke is in there. But it was always kind of clear, but you know, not, you know, you couldn't see it unless you looked at specific things. And then of course I could tell, you know, my lungs were a little bit on fire this last week. So we've been keeping the windows closed for the most part and the AC on. Tonight is supposed to be a very cool night, and I think the smoke level is going to be very low, so windows are open so we can get some fresh air into the house. But definitely going to be keeping an eye on all that, so let's change this up a little bit. There we go. Anyway, just having some fun. I'm also playing with some, I'm going to play with some AI art. And having some fun with C art. I'll show you what I've been doing up there. Yep, let's install that puppy. iOS 17 is now going through the install phase. Woo-hoo. All right. So, just trying to figure out who has the line on the most obscure. So I've been running a bunch of tests, and C art was the one I was working on last week. So this is C art, and C art has a image to image. They have a chat. They have something where you can chat with yourself, which is pretty interesting. So you're basically training the AI to think and talk like yourself, and so it is a little disconcerting. And I don't play it for that. I just like to see how the images work. Now the one thing about C art is you ask for Bradley Cooper, you get something looking very close to Bradley Cooper, which is very interesting. Midjourney will do something like that, but 9 times out of 10 it's very, very obscure. Sometimes it just doesn't look like Bradley Cooper at all. And they've been doing you've been seeing a lot of Scarlett Johansson images on here, which is weird. So but anyway, here's what I've been doing. Now this first one, my friend runs a jam session at a place called Locker Room, so I wanted to have some pictures of jam session in a locker room. So this is one of the fourplexes that it did. So that I have this one, which is interesting. It's kind of more like storage, if anything. I like this thing right here. It's like a guitar and like a little, I don't know if it's a speaker on wheels or it's a speaker with another speaker underneath it. Let's can we zoom in? We cannot zoom in on that picture. Very interesting. Can I open a new tab? There we go. Now I can zoom in. Look at that. So no, okay. So that's not a wheel there. That looked like a wheel, but it's not. And this guy's got no hand, or he's got his hand stuck in the locker. It's kind of sad. And we got some, I don't know what those, I think those are guitars or something like that. This one has a neck. The other ones just have like metal coming out of it. I don't know. Weird. So anyway, working on those. Let's see what else. This is this one, and then that one. Some kind of weird mandolins over here. And this is just a bunch of girls playing some instruments, which is great. I think she's trying. It looks like she's got like a microphone, but they didn't fill out the microphone right, I would guess. And this girl's just hugging her guitar, which is great. You know, you can hug your guitar. It's all good. So that was that. And then the big thing was, then the last few days was, I was trying to get a more, what's the word? A more cosplay version. A more, if this was a live action movie and Bradley Cooper actually had to play Rocket Raccoon, what would it look like? So I had a few fails on this, as you can see. Let's start with this one. So there's Bradley Cooper, and I think that's a gun coming out of his chest. I don't know. So, but they got the coat right, got the leathers right, and look at Bradley's face, pretty decent. This one right here, just a couple raccoons, and then they'll do that every now and then. And here's another Bradley Cooper. He's got, I don't know what he's got in his left hand here. In the right hand, it looks like some sort of gun, but not as accurate of a raccoon look. And then this is more of the raccoon side of things. So, and I've been playing, there was a couple other ones here. We'll start with this one. This one's more like if Rocket Raccoon was Captain America, I think. And then Rocket Raccoon, that was a little bit better one. But we still didn't get the Bradley Cooper face out of it. And this is more like a cross between a raccoon and a panda. And then, yeah, so you get the idea. So this is all about the types of text that you put in. So that was Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon with fur, raccoon nose, Guardians of the Galaxy fight position with space gun. This one's Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon fight position with space gun. That's it. So this was pretty interesting because Bradley has two bodies in this one. His hairy chest side. And then I don't know what's coming out of this side. It's like two bodies come into one. There's a gun right there. So that kind of worked. This was probably the best one, although they kind of messed up with the hand down here. Take a look at that. It's got some weird fingers. That hand's perfect, or decent. And of course they mess with the text all the time. There's not much you can do about that. But it kind of has a raccoon feel to it. This one, he's on the side of a ship. I mean, it's a decent image. I would probably use this one in a production or something like that. But it's not really looking like Rocket Raccoon. And then this last one, I don't know what's going on, if that's a leg or not. Looks like two legs. And once again, it looks like two bodies right here. So there's a body right here, then there's a body right here. But, and this is like a very young Bradley Cooper. But they have a really weird U.S. flag on there. And just nothing that looks, it makes me think of Rocket Raccoon. So, so I went through a few of these. Let's see if there's anything else notable. This was kind of an interesting one. It's like two baby raccoons fighting for a flashlight. And then Bradley Cooper, young Bradley Cooper, with a gun, fighting with a raccoon. And then this is a raccoon with a raccoon's head in its arm. Must have won that battle or something. I don't know. So the other one was if Vin Diesel is Groot. And a couple interesting ones here. This one doesn't look like Vin Diesel too much, but it's a good accurate Groot right there. And this one I like a lot. This one kind of depicts a cosplay Groot or a live action Groot, non-CGI. This kind of looks like, a new character for the boys or another Marvel character that we could be seeing. And then this was a pretty decent all-around Groot, but it didn't really look like Vin Diesel. Let's go ahead and change up that sound there. All right, so some more Bradley Cooper. Here's an interesting one. There at least they tried with the ears and everything like that. But some more raccoons. Here's one of Thanos' Darth Vader, which they totally missed the boat on. I don't know who they were thinking of when I said Thanos. I meant Thanos as in, Thanos the Destroyer. They do have some of the purple in there, but then these are pretty decent images for Thanos, or for somebody as a Darth Vader character. A couple misses on the lightsaber on some of these images, excuse me. Here's a nice Darth Vader. And the lightsabers are always wrong, which is weird. It's just like a dual-edged lightsaber. His fingers getting cut off in his purple lightsaber because he's holding it wrong. And this one, and Darth Vader, maybe Darth Vader is Rocket Raccoon. I don't know. What do you guys think? So those are those images right there. Luke Skywalker is Spider-Man. These were pretty decent. Hands, of course, being messed up. This lightsaber, I'm not sure why there's a lightsaber. But, Luke Skywalker, I guess. So there's another one. That's like the pen lightsaber. And this is like a smaller lightsaber. And I don't know. It's kind of weird. This is a pretty cool one. The fingers over here didn't really work out too well, but that's okay. But this isn't a bad one. Of course, this doesn't really look like Luke Skywalker there. And then this one, interesting. It's like a Siamese Luke Skywalker Spider-Man. I don't know. So those are those. They did do them with the mask on, and this is actually a pretty cool one. I would use this one. I'd do a little bit of cleanup in Photoshop first. And I think these were. Oh, this was the same variation on the on that image. I did it earlier. I did a little Spider-Gwen to see what Spider-Gwen would look like as Darth Vader looked like as Spider-Gwen. So not too much Darth Vader's. There's a Siamese image right there, and this is more like a fight. This Spider-Gwen is kicking the tuchus of this Darth Gwen and kind of turned her arm the other way or something like that. I don't know. And the lightsaber over here is pretty interesting. And then this is Spider-Gwen taking off the Darth Vader helmet, and then a dual Spider-Gwen. Now you can kind of see a pattern in the CArt.ai. So this one, I actually posted this one on my Facebook and Instagram pages. This was actually a really decent image. This was if Darth Vader was Spider-Man, and I got a couple good results out of this one. Of course, text always not that great. There's another somewhat decent one. The head's disproportionate to the body and kind of shifted over to the right a little bit, which is interesting. And I didn't show the first one, did I? The first one was pretty decent. The lightsaber's always messing things up. And but hey, even Midjourney has those problems too. So it when you start to get into more obscure things, it really gets confused. All of them get confused. Even the Photoshop. I should show you the Photoshop. What I've been working on with Photoshop. So, oh yeah, some of the miscues in Spider-Man. I had this one on my Facebook page, and some people commented. Somebody said, "Wow, Spider-Man's got a really nice tuchus there." And that one right there, this one's kind of interesting. One-legged Spider-Man. So, and of course, that's the chest, that's the head, so it's not in the right direction. This Spider-Man looks pretty decent right here. And I suppose if I photoshopped it, I'd probably, here, let's do that. Let's copy this image. We'll go into our Photoshop and we'll say new. Boop, like that. And we will say remove. I think that's the term. There we go. So we get three variations on that. That's the first one. That's the second one. And of course, they put a big red button there. Don't push the button. So this looks like, you know, there's just a malfunction in the wall, although you can kind of see the discoloration. Let's say remove all and regenerate that and see what happens. All right, so we got this heart that looks like Photoshop, that it was Photoshopped in. And then there's another button with a button in a button. It's kind of weird. And then this artwork or something like that. These are all non-usable. So basically what I'm going to say is I'm going to say poor result. And then I can say, tell me more. And then say, rate this image. So I would use this result in my project. No, I would not. The result matched my text prompt. No, it did not. The result looks believable. No, absolutely not. The result blends with the rest of my image. Absolutely not. We'll submit that as feedback. Just a wall. Let's try that. So the idea is you got to figure out what to actually say for this to work and work properly. Now this kind of works. It's like there's an air conditioner or something like that there. But then a red brick, a piece of wood. How about nothing on the wall? Let's try that. And we'll generate that. And I can go back to those other ones. I can delete some of these variations. Alright, as you can see, well, there's something that's that makes it look somewhat decent. Oh, that looks like something's coming out of that vent. So I would probably use this if anything. But I can always revert back to the original, just like that. So, and that's a little bit about Photoshop in the beta there. Let's come back here. So if anybody wants to ask any questions, feel free to do so. I'm just kind of having some fun here. And hey, look, the iPad updated. Software has been updated to S17, so let's go ahead and open that up. And it looks just like my iPad did. That's my cat. That's actually my old cat. Zoe passed away a few years ago. And I think both of them are Zoe. That's the front image. Yeah. Googly eye Zoe. So Scotty's on the phone. That's our current cat. That's Scotty right there. I love that image. She does not look like that at all. Let me show you what she looks like. That's the most recent one. She's taking my spot and I'm on the floor, stretching out my back. Because I do that every now and then. Let's get a good image. That's more of a Scotty image right there. So, anyway. Now you've seen my two cats. Well, two cats were part of my life. I never owned a cat. You never get to own a cat. All right. So the big thing, one of the big things about this is the new widget system, and the other new thing is the ability to actually bring a webcam in here. So let's see. I need. Found one. I'm gonna bring in my Logitech Brio here. Put that on the laptop. And we'll plug this in. I don't know, bring in a camera or something like that? Alright, let's see. Switch camera. There's my face camera. What about FaceTime? Let's bring in FaceTime. Set that up later. So, oh yeah, there it is. All right, so there we go. Look at that. FaceTime is showing this camera. So that's pretty cool. I also have Top Director. Let's see if that. So bring that down. Top Director. Boom, like that. Now Top Director is NDI, so you can see my 4 cameras there, but let's see if you can see this camera. So we're gonna go to settings, and let's see. This one's not running, so we'll. No, it does not. So that's the multi-view and record. So we're gonna go to Top Director. We're going to go to the switcher. Now this should be able to catch my camera. I bring in my NDI cameras. There's this camera right here. Nope. So it does not look like it can bring in this camera in there just yet. I bet you that's a software update of some sort. So I can't use Top Director for this just yet. What other camera apps do I have on here? Photo and video. There we go. So we got photo booth. There's photo booth for us. So let's see if we can switch the camera around. Nope, photo booth is only doing front or rear camera. Let's see what else we got. Let's do the new tech, and this is the NDI camera. And of course it's using the iPad right now. Let's see if we can flip it. Nope, it's only going back and forth between the two, so can't use that. What about Filmic Pro? Now, I don't have Filmic. I do have Filmic Pro on here, but I do not have the. Filmic Legacy is what I end up getting. I thought I had it installed on here. Let's just put it on really quick. Let's see how it's going to react to that camera right there. All right, let's see what my stats are saying. Look at that. Let me show you this. This is cool. Here's my stats. So it's saying that I am pushing out 27 megs for this connection, which is great. Nothing really dropping, which is awesome. And so it is connected. Now I have what's called an SD-WAN. So I actually have 2 internet connections coming in the house. And one of them is only 25, actually now it's 30 megs up. And of course my AT&T is symmetric, and I got 1 gig. So I think right now it's at about 700 megs, which is perfect for what I do. So in all reality, if that's doing 20 megs, you know, it could be going through my Spectrum side as well. Let's just call up my router here. I'm not going to show you the stats here, sorry. And the past 12 hours, everything's been pretty stable. And then the overview, let's see. See if I can zoom in and show you. Yeah, it's gonna show you data. So it's actually saying, yeah, that's awesome. So if I do this, let me think how I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I can't. Actually, I can. Let me think. There we go. Nope. Nope. Didn't do it. I suppose if I go like this, I'll reset it. Let's change that beat a little bit. There we go. Now you're gonna see it. So right now it's saying this one is my Spectrum, and it's only got 3 kilobits going up and 2 kilobits going down. At a 190, this is actually 400, but of course going through security, it knocks it in half. But the upload is at 23, and I was doing speed tests, and it was actually doing more than that. But look at this. This is 975 megabytes up and 690 megabytes down. It's saying that there's only 2 megabytes going up, which is weird. So I'm not sure. It was saying, unless I'm looking at this wrong. No, I can't be looking at it wrong. Oh, there we go. Now it's going back up to 37. That was kind of weird. I have a little hiccup there. So now, yeah, 37, and then that flips up. I don't know, kind of weird. But I'm seeing consistent stream when I'm looking at this. Yeah, 30 megs. So I know it's going through the AT&T side, which is what I wanted to see, and it looks pretty cool. All right. So, ooh, wow, okay. That's get that reset. There we go. So now that's reset. But anyway, so that's what's going on there. All right. All right. Filmic Legacy is now available. Just gotta say okay to everything. There we go. So now we've got camera one. Let's see if we can flip to a different one. We got the selfie. Nope, it does not look like it sees that camera. So the only thing that works right now is the camera app. Let's see what else we got. No longer. So the FaceTime app will use this camera, as you can see. So that's interesting. I'll have to see what other apps come out. Once again, that's a beta on that. So let's see what else we got on iOS 17. Preview, what do we got? Customize what people can see when you call. Of course, that's live voicemail. That's for the phone. I can create live stickers with my photos. FaceTime. Can record audio messages when somebody misses your FaceTime call. A new screen experience for standby. I don't think that's for iPad. Let's find out. We'll go in there. We'll go standby mode. Standard typing. Standard pass. No standby mode. So how would I get to standby mode? So maybe display? Nope. Try home screen. Nope. Edit home screen. Oh yeah, this so you can have the widgets on your home screen. So let's see. Let's do coin flip. Something simple. Customize with widgets. So there's the widget side right there. So we'll add a widget. And let's see. Let's do news. That's simple. Boom. Inch to crop. Oh, okay. Didn't see news there. Oh, we gotta drag the widget. Okay. Huh. I'm trying to add the widget. There's now added calendar. Oh, it's not. Let's try health. Oh, it's a single tap. There we go. So I was holding it down. This isn't working, so let's get this camera off of here. Do that for now. Change up the music a little bit. So now, there we go. Well, health data and news. So, Tucker Carlson breached his contract. Oh no. No. Big ad, is that it? There we go. Here we go. So look at that. I put the widgets on. There we go. So that's the home screen widgets, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Interactive widgets, of course. I don't think I have anything there. AirDrop. Now, this is interesting. So they have now AirDrop. And, you know, I think we are now at this point in life where business cards are going to go bye-bye. And this reminds me, do you guys remember Bump? Bump was the, it was an app I had it on my 3GS. And basically it just, you tapped phones and you could give them your business card information. Now, you can do it with your phone. Pretty interesting, huh? I'm amazed. Hope I got a message. Hold on. I think I know what it is. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, let's get back to this. So, yeah, I was very impressed and interested. And I knew everybody was trying to get rid of business cards. And this is a good way to do it. The only problem with this is it's not cross-platform. So it's iPhone to iPhone. So if somebody's got an Android, there's no tap. And it can be done NFC wise. Apple could easily make an Android app to allow you to do that. There might be security issues, which is why they don't do half of the things they should to make Android and Apple talk to each other, which is sad. Anyway. AirDrop transfer continues even if you step away, which is cool. You got a share play session if you put two phones close together. And that's going to be perfect for me because I actually have two iPhones. because the backup iPhone. Actually, I have 3 iPhones here, but my iPhone 8 does not have. It has a outdated version of the iOS. So, oh, the journal. The journal. I don't know if I got journal on the iPad. Let's find out. What's it called? Oh, it says coming later this year. Okay. New keyboard with autocorrect. New Safari. I don't use Safari. Autofill verification codes. Music, AirPlay, AirPods. No, they went to the AirPods. Maps, Siri, Spotlight. Okay. I see. Okay. On here. Something went cattywampus. Well, that's weird. I can't click on anything on that tab. Let's close that out, come back in. There we go. Okay, we played with the lock screen. Put some widgets on. Interactive widgets we talked about. Messages. You can add your messages to. I don't do my messages on my. I just don't want to have so many different places binging and beeping and bopping. It's not right. So search filters, of course. New way to share and view locations with request. Read an audio message transcription. That's awesome. All your stickers in one place. I don't care about that. And FaceTime we played with a little bit there. The health app. Let's try that. And there we have the health up here. Here's a logging your emotions and moods. You can set up your medications so your iPad can tell you, hey, it's time to take your meds. How are you feeling? This is interesting. Oh, you can't see it, but say, how are you feeling right now? How you felt overall today? So right now we'll do that. Choose how you're feeling right now. Neutral. Slightly, let's say we're around slightly present. So you go from very unpleasant to very pleasant. Looks like, let's see, what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. So we'll say slightly pleasant because I'm talking to you guys. And what best describes this feeling? Passionate. We'll say passionate. What's having the biggest impact on you? Tasks right now. We'll say done. Here we go. And then it's saying, hey, set up some more data. We'll leave it at that. And then, of course, it's got some news articles that I can read up on. Body measurement. This is interesting. So the body measurements, which have no data. Now, Amazon had their Amazon Halo. No, not Halo. It was a watch. They had one without a watch on it, and then one that actually had a watch face on it. And one of the things that you could do is you could take a picture of your body, and then it would figure out, what your body weight was, what your BMI was, and if you were losing weight, if you were gaining muscle, how you were tracking by simply taking more photos like that. And they had that, and they had the mood indicator, so it actually listened to how you talked, and it would tell you if you were in a happy mood or an angry mood or anything like that. So, and there's a lot of it on this iPad. So that's pretty cool. What else we got? Vision health. That's interesting. I'll have to set that up too. PDFs and notes. And now you can annotate on PDF with your note. I don't even have PDFs to annotate on right now. Safari. There we go. Autofill. Keyboard. With better autocorrect, of course. Freeform. That's what that is. New drawing tools in Freeform. So this is Freeform. And let's see. That's weird. There we go. Can't see that. Let's do a color you can see. Let's do blue. And we'll make it as widest that it can be. And still can't see it. There you go. I just drew some stuff on there. So I don't see the new tools. New drawing tools like a watercolor brush. I don't see that. Oh, okay. I guess you have to slide it over. And that looks like the watercolor brush. There we go. And then what's that, a Sharpie? And then a calligraphy pen. Oh, that's cool. That's horrible. Let's do that again. Nice thick. So I wrote hello on there. You can't see it. Oh, I know what we can do. Let's turn the brightness down. There we go. So now you can see it. Bring this up a little bit. There we go. So I did the calligraphy pen and I said hello. And then they have the, I think it's this one right here. That's the paint. Just so basically new brushes. Variable width pen, ruler brush. So the stage manager. That's an interesting. What's that? Let's find out. Is that inside the paint? I don't understand. Oh, so you can do multiple things. So I get it now. External camera just on the FaceTime calls. So that I thought it would be for the other cameras too, but I guess not. spotlight. And then instead of saying hey, you now can bump out the hey and go Siri. Hey Siri. Cancel. Let's do that. Siri. Hey Siri. It's getting it on every other device than this iPad. I might have that actually turned off on this. So I'll have to turn it back on. AirPlay, and then they go to the AirPods and everything like that. So, all right, that's the updates on iOS 17. Pretty interesting. Where are we at right now? So we've been gone for about an hour. 55 minutes ago. So it's a good test. Let's go ahead and switch this up. Alright, that's probably going to do it for me. Hey, if you want to subscribe, go for it. Geekazine, youtube.com/Geekazine. I've been doing a lot of shorts lately. They seem to be the easiest thing to do. And I can just get it done and be done. So, but, you know, I got some regular videos I need to get out, too. We did the IK Multimedia. We did the Donner stuff. I got the stuff for Adobe. A couple other interviews. vMix. Let's see, a couple others from NAM, and then of course next week's going to be Infocomp, so that'll be pretty cool. So other than that, and then I think I gotta do something before I go to bed. So that's pretty much it for me. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, you guys geek out and take care.